Alright, so a lot of people were wondering what it is that I'm actually developing. So I wanted to wait till I was close to finished in order to answer that question. So, what am I building? Well, what's out there? We have eBay. eBay I can remember since 7th, 6th grade, 5th grade maybe. eBay's been around since the beginning of the internet. Pretty sure they're like, they got some dark secret, no one can take them over. They're like a monopoly. And then you've got the smaller tier ones like TCG, that I always didn't really like. There are some that I do like Sports Card Pro. Um, and then you have Whatnot, which is like the new generation of like live buying. Apparently, this is happening in China. China. Uh, and it'll soon be happening here a lot more. But the thought is, okay, I can do this. I can build this app by myself. Therefore, I can undercut, and that's why this whole AI thing is a race to zero, like a race to free, because um, like AI is insane now, and I don't think people know that, and that's why there's this very small gap where let's see, like 10% of people know how good it is, and then the other 90% are like clueless. Like they might have an idea and they don't know how to do it, but they could actually just come in here and do it. So that's what I'm doing, and this all stemmed from um, a while back before my first son was born. I walked into like probably the smallest brick and mortar shop in Katy to play Magic the Gathering, and shop owner's name was Dennis. He asked me if I could build like an e-commerce site. I said, yeah, I could do that. This was before AI, or maybe right, yeah, before AI. So I was trying to get it done, and I just couldn't do it. I was also working, but now I've gotten a chance to do it, and I believe I've done it. So now, since I'm the only employee, um, all I have to do is charge, let's say, 1 penny over what it costs me to upkeep this. Well, I guess not really, because then I would only be making a penny a month income. But you get the idea. The site's very easy, very cheap. So all you have to do is get a website going, and then record yourself opening packs. So let's get into it. I left these first couple pages public. Maybe to see if it's a little more sticky. Because I like the idea of these galleries here. So you have premium galleries, numbered galleries, and one-on-one galleries. I actually just pulled a one-on-one the other day. So the idea is like, whenever you're scanning cards, sports cards are the hardest, obviously, because there's like a bajillion. On top of that, like, let's say it was played for a while. For Paulo Malo, I don't know why the name came to mind, but he probably has like 100 different cards. So I think last night I did it and I got all 20 million cards into my database. But yeah, so you come in here, and the premium collections are cool because they have a checklist, and the checklist has a bunch of cards that are numbered, and by number that means X out of X. So you can have a 1 out of 1 on the checklist, you can have a X out of 5 on the checklist. And I think it goes in the tops series of baseball, it's like 2025, so X out of 2025 because of the year. I think that's as high as it goes. So if you have all cards that are numbered, and then let's say an easy example is this set is 2 cards big. It's a X out of 2, so there's a 1 out of 2 and a 2 out of 2 in the whole set. Now, if I go online and I see the 2 out of 2 for sale, I know that the next time I buy a pack, there's only 2 packs. The next time I buy a pack, I'm getting the 1 out of 1. It's just on a very much larger scale. Because as you'll see, some of these cards, let's go to Prime Performers Autographs. Yeah, this one doesn't show the numbered, but you can claim it by scanning it in. And the whole marketplace's mode is history or provenance. So marketplaces today, they're kind of like garage sales, flip it and burn turn type things, versus I'm gonna try to make something a little more classy and something that actually holds value in the card's history. So I think that's missing. So you claim it, yeah, and then I'm gonna add some details about the card, and you usually won't see the picture because these are pretty rare. These are like X out of 5s. So once you claim it, you'll have the picture, and then your name will be next to that. So it's like a global attempt at collecting all the cards. I was very obsessed with collecting all the Pokemon cards back in the day. Speaking of, this does have Pokemon as well. So let's go and look at that. But yeah, so I started off with the space theme because my company was named Tiny Galaxy, just meaning like it was a, what's the word? Whatever, jumbo shrimp. What's the name of that? Oxymoron. Tiny Galaxy was like a small thing with a lot of information, but now it's virtual commerce ventures. I think back in the day, or like a year ago, I want to claim B-commerce because I think it's gonna become a thing where you're shopping online. I didn't know China was doing it, but so here you can see in my settings, I have, change the picture, whatever. I have myself landing on a default page, so that a lot of this stuff's configurable, and that's the point of it, is to be configurable, so it's very low deployment. And then you can go to About and kind of read this whole thing about because originally this started out as, how can ChatGPT make me $1 million, and I would ask ChatGPT about the history of trading cards, and then it started getting into this, and you sort of have that aha moment. So it's pretty cool. And speaking of ChatGPT, before this I was working at a oil and gas company, and they were not very fond of Copilot for some reason, even though they were the ones that made us take tests to get it. So that was frustrating because Copilot and AI now just allow you, like I made this whole site in 2 months, this whole marketplace. This would have taken me at least a year, I'm thinking, like at least, to make it look this nice. I could probably get it up and running, but it has so much stuff. To get all this other stuff, like at least a year and a half, 2 years by myself, and I have 2 boys. So you'll start at my collection. Only 1 card in my collection. It's the Garbage Patch Kids. So you can switch between sports and non-sports, and it drives the drop downs, but then drive the cards that organize in your collection. You can add them to a cart. Now let's go to shop admin. This is one of the cooler things. I guess I need to finish this. Stripe onboarding. So if you want to become a seller or buyer, it doesn't say it on here, but it'll say for you. Actually, let's log out. Let's come in as Justin. Why is it not? Oh, it's the actual site. You can come in and request to be one. And if you are selected, I'm gonna put on my password. If you're selected, then you're gonna have the 3.9 fee that I mentioned. And that's only for the first 10. So definitely want to take advantage of that. 3.9 because I think Whatnot's doing 8, and then eBay is just a joke. I put my 101 on it. Or no, I put my redemption card on there just to see. But yeah, they're a joke. They charge me like $40 to print something. So this marketplace here is gonna be where the people in. I'm starting that off by doing premium boxes at half price and maxing people out. So you'll have a max amount of packs you can buy from the market, from the break. So I'll show you that. Let's reset my password. What is going on? Google's gotten weird with their situation. Everyone knows that. If I'm not, okay, that's me. That's when I bought a card. Okay, guess I gotta look at forgot password. There's but let's see what it looks like. We can just create an account. So we'll do. Let's see. Oh, I did that. That guy. Okay, since this is the offer, you automatically be. Oh yeah, so I thought about giving collectors tiers. So sellers and founders have tiers. The first 10 sellers and the first 10 founders will get the 3.9%, and then the rest will be 5.9%. So still lower than everyone else. I thought about doing tiers for collectors, but I'm thinking no, I'm just gonna make it free for collectors. Yeah, I think if we would be more successful, and then we'd be more successful in collecting the whole premium aspect of it. And then when we go virtual next month, it's going to be galleries that you can go into and actually look at. So, okay. Dang it. Let's do. I'm going to do. Yeah, Firebase is where I do my identity server and my database, my authentication, so you can see my 19 million rights. just all of the cards, all the sports cards, all of the TCG cards, and that's not even all the sets. I mean, that's all the sports, but I don't think that's all the TCG sets. I'm missing a lot of pictures, so I'm trying to figure out a way to come up with a solution to that. I think I know. What they're doing right now. So Firestar database. And so a breaker and a seller and a collector, all the same thing. Collector doesn't pay any money. They just kind of, they scan their cards in and they get value. And then my scanner is going to be correct, or at least have the correct option to choose from, like basically 100% of the time. And then breakers are only going to be able to do sealed product. So actually, let me go back into my breaker config. This was pretty cool, I thought. So if we go to breaker, so breakers are like not sellers because they're not selling inventory 24/7, but they set these break schedules. Let's see how I have the 2 to the 7 p.m. break Monday. You have photos of your boxes. My system takes the photo and then converts it to a price per pack. So I need to split these boxes out into 2 different pictures because I think each has 24, and then it'll be at the right price. Because I haven't done these, I haven't started. Today was the first test day. This is a really cool set too, but it's only a, this is a blaster box. So we've got Cactus Jack, Hobby Box. I'm gonna try to make them all premium. Flesh and Blood. We've got 4 booster play boxes. So that's, I want to learn how to play that one actually. We've got football. This one has that gold bar thing. I don't know if you can see it. I should probably make this clickable. But it's got the gold panini, so that should be fun. That's definitely premium. Let's see, clear steps. Okay, then we've got, let's see, Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, I got the Green Day thing. So it's gonna be Green Day, and remember, I'm gonna be doing half price. So I'll take a picture of the box. AI, I'll pass it to OpenAI, which will then get the price of the box, and then it'll cut it in half. It'll divide by however many packs and it'll cut the pack price in half. So, really good deals. Garbage Pail Kids, no idea. The other thing is, on your break admin, you can, yeah, let's go through this. You can set up a game. I need, whoever joins next is probably going to come up with the second game, but I've just done trivia. So before the break starts, there's 20 questions, rapid fire, about the product that you're about to open. In case you don't know anything about it, you can at least learn a little bit about it. And then I've configured first place to get $10 store credit, $5 and $3. And then you can do a participation. You can load sealed pictures in, which then get valued. That's not sealed. And then you can schedule a break. So the other thing is, if you're one of the 10, you can add a feature. You can say, hey, I'd like to have music playing whenever they enter. So I'll have some sort of music option over here or something. You'll decide. You'll say, hey, I want to right here. And then I think what I want to do is take a vote on it. And then if it ends up being priority no, you'll still get it. I've architected it in a way to where you can just override the default. So let's say you and one other person vote yes, you two would override the default. So you would have all the default, and then you would have the music, and everyone else would not have the music. But they could get the music at any time, just a small code change. So let's preview our room. Yeah, this part you set at the beginning. It kind of tells you what to expect. And then I got a judge banging gavel thing, so that it's like going once, going twice. Right? We're starting no refunds after that. If I'm also going to be scanning cards as I open them, so if somehow you pay more than what the cards are worth, I'm going to have like this bucket of just cool stuff that you can pick from. So if everyone, even though they're half price, if somehow everyone scores lower, then everyone gets something out of the bucket. So it's really going to be an everyone wins type situation. It's a really easy model. I don't know why people find it hard to do. I think they just get too greedy too quick. So here you can invite people. Here's where I'm going to scan the card. The styling needs to be changed. Let's go ahead and do an upload. Oh yeah, my Mac just reset. I've got these cool auction gloves, so this is going to be more lax, no hype, more about like the respect of the card. So when this pack is open, the card is born into the world, and that's when the history starts. And so, as you'll see, these cards on other marketplaces, let's say there's Weedle, number one, and then there's a VCV Weedle. Now VCV Weedle has a passport with them, and that's where I'm going to have to decide. I think what I'm going to do is, it's just like a 4x4 passport, and just says passport on it with the QR code. So once you scan it, it knows where it is, and so you'll see the history. I also need to pair with a card cleaner. So it's sort of like a car when you show me the mud flaps, or show me the card flaps. You would see that this card was opened on VCV. It then went to North Dakota, another VCV seller, so it stayed on the marketplace. It then went to a washer. He restored the card. It then went to get graded at PSA, and it got XYZ. It was then taken out of that slab and graded with VC, so it's gonna have all of the history of the card. That is the most this marketplace in general, on top of it being way cheaper and way more fair than other marketplaces, in my opinion. I do need some mods, I think, because we're gonna chat. And I'm really not sure how fast it's gonna blow up, but I don't want to start onboarding people until all of the bugs are fixed. I picked out my 10 founders, my 10 breakers that I want to onboard, and I've gotten all their requests in. So again, it isn't hype. More it's more I wouldn't say classy, but like all these whatnot things with all these stickers and lights and stuff. I guess we're the golden, or we're the Sotheby's. and they're like the Kmart. Kmart's not an auction house, but yeah, it's just this. Uh, there will be people on here like that. Um, they'll just be able to do more. Like, I think what threw me off was that the only thing you could do was like you had to pick a team, and I was like, okay, that's kind of stupid. Like Yankees, the or like you know what I mean. So that's part of the trivia is whoever wins the trivia gets to pick either the pack or the team, or they get to decide. Also got like a spin wheel in case we do like a giveaway. I was on one last night just watching it, and they did a giveaway, and like nothing popped up, and I was like, okay, that was stupid. I actually spent money on that one too, and I was like excited to see if my name got drawn, and it was just like a giveaway over. Like, if there needs to be something better, in my opinion. eBay is probably gonna murder me, so I have this video at least. Yeah, it shows the spots, the amount. I think the amount, depending on how the first couple go, because now it's done, I get to start pushing it on social media. Um, so I'll get to see how the first couple go, and then make it more or less than what I think it should be. Like maybe only 4 people are coming in every time, so. But yeah, definitely wanna come in, and it's even the link to request to be. We don't like we don't capture anything. You click this, you haven't logged in yet. The buttons are gonna be right here. Request to be a buyer, request to be a seller. You don't have to log in. And that'll come to me and JJ, and then we decide based off of what you've chosen. If you're like the only of 20 or the only of 10, I guess you auto make it, but I'm hoping there's gonna be more than 10. So I went through like multiple iterations of this. You are gonna have wax. You see this wax seal? You'll have a wax seal on your card. Yeah, the card's only gonna be dealt with, and that's the other thing. How the card is dealt with is gonna be on the passport everywhere it goes. So we're gonna deal with it in white glove treatment. Oh, then onboarding. Let's say all of your inventory is in eBay. I'm going to. I have the ability. I think this is going to be a cool, used a lot sort of thing. So if you go to your batch inventory, or let's go to your shop admin inventory. You don't have any inventory, right? So let's go to import. Yeah, so I don't know why it's showing up. But you're going to import all of your eBay inventory into your BCV, or maybe you want to keep a little bit in eBay. You don't have to commit to this at once. That's the other thing. It's a trial. There's no commitment. What else? Trade coming whenever we go virtual. 3D. Break. Grade. I don't know if anyone saw my grading TikTok, but you can do a PSA grade on a card, sport or non-sport. And right now I think we're at 50% accuracy. Not as good as I'd like it to be, but you can come. I don't know if non-admins have this option, but this shows the. I need to upload the GIS or the MP4s. It shows the grade. So what I did was I cracked like 20 slabs, and it shows the grade, and then what my system gave it, and then it comes with a PDF, which also I think is dumb. So I'm gonna come up with my own grading system, and you'll get like a 10-page PDF on why you got that grade versus, you know, this BS thing where it's whatever, you got this grade because you got this grade. It's so stupid. See front and back. PDF's not working. Yeah, I have to fix that. So a few bugs here and there. Let's see. Let's look at some of the tools. Lightning search. Whenever I'm in Target, I used to go to Goldfish, something Goldfish, because I wanted to look at the price list real quick. So now we've got sort of like that, sort of like a Goldfish. It's just 4 drop downs, and this actually isn't looking at my database yet. That's why it's so slow. So here's your PSA 9, 10, and roll in order, and I think it gives you all of the variations as well. So I'm gonna add something to exclude, yeah, high variations. So this is cool if you're at Walmart and you want to see what's the most expensive card in 2025 basketball. Tops. Yeah, I think this is in this link right here. Con 9. Let's load baseball. Blizzard Sun. That's right. Yeah, and then some of these don't load, but I need to point those at my database. Let's look at another tool. We've got this, yeah, the sealed value calculator. So, yeah, my Mac actually reset today, so I'm behind 3 days. But you would take a picture of a pack or a box, and give you the value, divide by the number of cards to give you the pack, and then you can actually, here in your settings, you can do your marketplace discount. It should be 50 actually. 50% discount, and box break 50% discount. Okay, so yeah, so it'll, as soon as it gets that price from Sports Card Pro API, it's gonna mark it down to 50%. So when you're browsing the marketplace, you'll see all of the cards, and then if there is one that I'm selling, it'll show that one as well. What's wrong with that? And quick card lookup. This one is just searching anything. That button's gotta go. I think I've told that button to go for like a while now. It's time to go, buddy. Yeah, this will be quicker. Yeah, see, it's looking at Sports Card Pro, but now I have all the cards. Sell. Oh yeah, this part is the lifesaver. Okay, so what I need to do is, since I have $40,000 worth of cards, is I need to come to 9 card page. What am I scanning? Which side are you capturing? For sports, it's gonna be front and back, and then yeah, it's gonna be sports. And then so what you do is you scan the page, and then you scan the front. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay, so let's see back only. Get back from, let's do Yu-Gi-Oh! just because there's not cards. But yeah, it'll take picture of all 9 and then it'll allow you to move each box to surround the card until it starts getting smaller and smaller. So this thing, and then you can go on to the next page, scan, next page, scan. So this will allow us, so there I've already scanned in 27 cards, but it's an asynchronous process, it's going to take a while, but you don't have to sit there and wait. What else? Oh, I need some brand ambassadors. I need 2 brand ambassadors because if we go to, I used to play Magic the Gathering all the time, but got a little bit busy. Let's see. Oh, and here's a fee calculator. So if you look at taxes, and you look at this is your fees and whatnot per month. This is your fees in eBay per month. This is our fees. And actually it's lower because it needs to be 3.9. So yeah, it's really a no-brainer. Like even doing half your cards and then being like, yeah, I like this, and coming over, or I don't like this, not coming over. We're gonna do same day delivery. If your zip code falls in the zip code that is touching my zip code, I think I'm gonna try to roll this out like Uber in cities. I'm talking to, you know, like there's like a bajillion smoke shops. I'm talking to some smoke shops about being hubs where if your house is on the east side, I will take it to a smoke shop on the east side, just so I don't have to have everyone coming to my house. Something like that. But yeah, if your zip code's in one that touches my zip code, I'm just gonna drive you the cards. Same day delivery. And maybe this will create some jobs. Trump. I'm just kidding. Forgot myself. But then we have our museum. This is where the 3D aspect comes in. And this is gonna obviously not look like this. This is still 2D, but it's gonna be a Unity scene. And the Unity scene is just gonna spawn in. Everyone's gonna spawn in front of the museum and have the option to go into one of these. And if you're one of the guys that was a founding father, if you will, or founding curator, then you will get some sort of perk, like your statue, because I think it's going to be around for a while. As long as we can get that data in, so when I ship the cards, let's say you get 2 autos, I'll ship 2 passports, and then those cards will be kept track of. I don't think we're going to keep track of I call them garage sale or the standard cards, but maybe I do. So this is for next month. This month is going to be box breaks for free and getting requests to be a seller and a breaker. So that's what it is. It's sticking it to the man. It's saying, hey, take all my Neo points. I don't want them. I want to see you have them, because that's what life's about. It's about letting the man win. I remember doing Is It Worth It videos on YouTube and doing mystery packs, and every mystery pack was not worth as much as I paid for it. Like, why? Why? You're making $2 on a pack or something. It can't be. Maybe I'm different, but like the thought of making $2 versus giving away $100. I did give away $100 on my first project, Magic the Gathering Monkey. So the thought of winning, not even winning, thought of tricking someone into getting $2 versus giving away $100 is a no-brainer. Like, obviously I'm gonna give away $100. It's so much cooler. But yeah, this is the everybody wins, but we still keep it nice and tidy. Alright, I hope that clears things up. Be on the lookout tomorrow for the first real box sell. Today's just a test, and tomorrow you should be able to come in, go to grading, or go to breaking, break schedule, and then come to, I guess it's tomorrow. Flesh and Blood is tomorrow, so you can, I think this part will be visible to you, so you can ask to be alerted, but if it's not, I'll add it. So we've got 4 Flesh and Blood boxes tomorrow. I've never played that game, but I remember Mo telling me that that was going to be a good game. And it ended up being a good game. And now he's telling me, what is it? One Piece is going to be a good game. And it ended up being a good game. And now he's telling me this other game that hasn't even come out yet. Wishing of the Well or something. One of the Wish. Something like that. I'll be selling some of those too. So Mo, stop messing around, and you as my ambassador. Alright. Take it easy, guys.